Hey guys, Joshua Gundam here with another gundam Msia review, and today I'm reviewing Char's Rick DS, or rather, Quattro Vegeta's Rick DS. Oh my goodness, Quattro Vegeta is actually Char. Oh no. Anyways, very cool figure. I believe, yeah, very cool. This is from Zeta Gundam, so if you've never seen it, that's why. It's kind of like akin to the Dom, really. It's like a Dom evolved, really. Just more buff and things like that. Where to start? Well, let's start at the weapons, because it's always a good place to start. One of the main weapons of this figure is the beam pistol. Now, I guess it's good that the pistol or the beam weaponry could be shrunk down to pistol size, but honestly, as a weapon, the beam pistol has never impressed me. It does not fit in the gun hand. It's just kind of a failure there. And this figure did not come with regular open hands, to my knowledge. I got him second hand, so there's room that I might be wrong. But it does come with 2 closed fists and 2 gun hands, and to my knowledge, no regular sword hands. Could be wrong. So just remember that part. But does not hold these well in its gun hand regardless. It just doesn't. You just really gotta work it in there, and even then, it just doesn't stay well. But you know what? No one likes using the beam pistols anyways. I mean, look at it. It's small. Who cares? This is what we want, the clay bazooka, which, if you ever played one of the video games, the clay bazooka is a lot more like a shotgun bazooka than anything else, because the shell shoots out and goes so far, and then it explodes. And he holds that okay, but still, it's kind of a loose fit. You know, sorry to say. The hand mold, in regards to the weapons, not the best bet here. Still, Rick Diaz is a pretty cool figure. Don't get caught up on the hands as the downside. I just am not going to tell you that it's amazing with the hand sculpt when it's not. Why do they make gun hands if they don't hold the guns? I don't know. But that aside, weapons can store in the back, and that's cool. It's got these little hinge parts, and they kind of fit there, kind of. The pistols stay in a little bit better, but you know. Rick Diaz also, in the show, has head Vulcans in its head. Like, this little thing pops open and shoots. You don't get that feature. These help it maneuver. And they're on ball joints. So they're kind of cool, but they're kind of crazy. I'm not the biggest Zeta fan, so sorry if you're a big Rick Diaz fan. I'm not trying to harp on it, really. Beam Saber Hilt. Just one, to my knowledge. Like I say, I got this figure second hand, so I can't promise that he doesn't come with a second one. I can tell you, no, actually, this might go to the other Rick Diaz that I have. I have 2 Rick Diaz's. I have the other one as well. So, at least comes with 1 Beam Saber Hilt and 1 Beam Saber Blade. This other hilt actually probably goes to my other Rick Diaz because I have the other Rick Diaz's hands here. He holds the Beam Saber better than he holds the other things. But not terribly better. So, yeah, hand sculpt. Maybe some hot... Here's how you would fix this, though. Probably. You would put the hand under hot water so the plastic becomes malleable, and then you would just squeeze it so it's as shut as it could be, and then you would put it under cold water, and it would stay in that position, a tighter position, and it would hold the guns better. It's not that these hands are stretched out, it's the mold. But that can be fixed with hot water and cold water. So, yeah, never fear. It can be fixed. Let's go over the articulation. These move around like crazy. Woo! Backpack leaves this big hole when you don't see the weapons in there. It's kind of weird. Have you ever noticed, those of you that have played it, Zeta vs. Gundam for the PS2, one of the secondaries on the Rick Diaz is to fire your beam pistol straight up. You know, like you're just fighting the Big Zom or something in Gundam vs. Zeta, and you do your secondary because your clay bazooka's reloading with ammo. And you're like, what good does that do? Seriously, what good does shooting your beam pistols off your back straight up do? Sorry, I just gotta rant about the game. one of the worst secondaries ever. I mean, the GM ground type waving its arm like this is his secondary. That does more than shooting straight up, if you ask me. At least it looks cool. Alright. Articulation, I promise. Foot moves around like so. Knee joint's kind of limited. I mean, I love the Gundam Msia action figures. I even like the Rick Diaz, but I'm giving a very truthful review here. That is not much of a knee joint. I mean, look at that. It's just not. The cables are really cool. Detail is nice on this figure. If you're just looking at the figure, very nice figure. So he's worth having. I have him. And if I had the opportunity to get another one, I would. But I have to say, knee joint's kind of limited. Leg goes that far forwards, that far back. Decent flexibility in there. Turns in the waist, just a smidge. But with this here, it's kind of hard for him to do a lot of movement in there. There's some nice boosters in here. Look at the boosters. Yeah. But as you can notice, the Dom's boosters are missing. You know, like, here they go underneath the skirt. That wouldn't even be that hard to add. High mobility Rick Diaz. But he still wouldn't be able to hold his guns. Arm turns 360 degrees. There's cables in there as well. Elbow joints is okay. Hands turn 360 degrees. Arm goes around. These move up. Kind of cool. Gives it a little bit more flexibility. Focus, camera. Focus. Heads on the ball joints as well. Cannot turn 360 degrees. So, its mobility is kind of limited. Its weapons don't fit well in its hands. But, man, you gotta admit, it looks cool. It just does. So, if you're a whiner like me, this guy usually just sits on my shelf. I don't play with my Zeta figures terribly often. But it's possible that you could just do the hot water, cold water trick with the hands and make him hold his weaponry a little better. Their trick is to pin his clay bazooka between his body and his arm so that it stays there a little better. But yeah, interesting figure. Well, if you're looking for Gundam Msia action figures, make sure to check out our store. Gundams R Us, your favorite arms dealer. We get new stuff all the time, and sometimes we even get figures from Zeta Gundam. They're kind of hard to find, and they're kind of rare. They don't come up very often, but sometimes we do get them. So make sure to subscribe for more reviews as we got new stuff always being posted. Catch you guys later.